The first thing you did after you traveled through time and space to become an invincible swordsman was to lie down and do bad things for 500 years. Every day, you either wandered around the world with your dog, or gossiped with the generous women of good families. Even in every sect assessment, you strictly controlled the score. The last-ranked Jinwu Saint Lu Ruyan laughed at you for being the shame of the Holy Land and told you to get off the mountain and kill other saints. All this was because 500 years ago, Li Changsheng traveled through time and space to become David, a poor scholar. With a Qingping Diao copied from Lan Xin, he became the Dragonfly Swordsman. But just when he had just reached the peak of his life and was about to marry Bai Fumei, coincidentally, a system prompt sounded in his mind. At that time, Li Changsheng was so excited that he exploded, thinking that his golden finger came in so early, but the first sentence of the system was indeed congratulations to the host for unlocking the 100 rotten system. As long as he was 100 rotten, he could get the supreme reward given by the system. In fact, he had long been tired of living a life of guilt. The awakening of the system was like a long-awaited rain for him, but the next words of the system made him dumbfounded on the spot. In order to test the patience of the host, this system issued the first task: to be lazy for 500 years. Li Changsheng was directly confused. Lay down for 500 years? He had only traveled through time for a few years? Before he could refuse, the system disappeared silently. After that, Li Changsheng began his life of being lazy. And he also found that he would never grow old. The lifespan of a normal magic mirror would never exceed 300 years, but he had lived for more than 500 years, and his body was as strong and healthy as an 18-year-old. However, due to the long-term lack of practice, Li Changsheng's cultivation level was horrible, and he could no longer maintain the name of the Dragonfly. In order not to be discovered by his former enemies, he had to change his appearance and disguise himself with the help of the system. Now this identity is called Lin Fan, the first disciple of the true martial saint who has no sense of existence. If nothing unexpected happens, he will be kicked out of the sect today, and then he will have to change his identity to participate in the entrance examination. That's right, he has to consider reapplication and re-enter the Jinwu Holy Land to complete the 100 bad tasks. Countdown, 53 minutes, 500 years of slacking. It's not too much to send me to the sainthood directly. Looking at the time, Li Changsheng looked forward to the system's reward. The next moment, Li Changsheng appeared in the hall of the Jinwu Saint Emperor. A luxurious woman sat in the hall. She was tall and slender, with skin as white as snow. She was wearing a white dress, as if a fairy from heaven had entered the mortal world. The Jinwu Saint Lu Wuyan, the most outstanding disciple of the Jinwu Saint Emperor in the past 100 years, has reached the peak of the supernatural power realm at a young age. On the day when she became a saint, Lu Ruyan even threatened to lead the Jinwu Saint Emperor to become the top sect in the world. There were also several imposing knowledge standing on both sides of him. At this moment, a fierce and evil-looking man looked directly at Lin Fan and said, "You have been ranked last in the sect assessment for 50 consecutive years. You are extremely stubborn and have made no progress. Do you know your crime when the Holy Land supports you?" Li Changsheng nodded. "I am guilty." Lu Ruyan was even more disappointed to hear his frank answer. "You should know the rules of the Holy Land. Those who do not enter the God transformation realm in 50 years will be expelled from the Holy Land and their cultivation will be abolished. They will not be allowed to claim to be a member of the Holy Land for the rest of their lives. Do you know what you are facing?" His voice was cold and resounding. I know that Li Changsheng still looked calm. "Aren't you afraid that we will abolish you?" Li Changsheng shook his head. "I am in the 50th year of Jinwu Shang and have not attacked any Jinwu Shang method. According to the fourth line of Article 187 of the Jinwu Victory Rate, you can drive me down the mountain, but you cannot abolish my cultivation. What's more, with my cultivation, is there still room for decline?" Hearing this, several people looked at each other and were speechless. Li Changsheng stood up with a smile, patted his butt and turned to prepare to go down the mountain. "Wait!" Li Changsheng took a few steps, and Lu Ruyan suddenly called out to stop him. "Saint Lady, is there anything else?" Li Changsheng raised his eyebrows. "You go down first." The four looked straight at each other and took out a piece of floating paper from their arms, burned it and disappeared in the hall. After a while, Lu Ruyan walked towards Li Changsheng slowly. With every step closer, Li Changsheng could smell the direction of Lu Ruyan. Saint Lady, men and women should not touch each other. If you have anything to say, just tell me. Li Changsheng took 2 steps back. After hearing this, Lu Ruyan rolled her eyes at Li Changsheng with a hint of complaint. Uncle Li, can you get off the mountain? Xiao Xuan knows it's me. Li Changsheng was stunned. He thought that the identity of Li Changsheng, the dragonfly sword immortal, was hidden perfectly in the Holy Land. How could Lu Ruyan know? The Holy Lord told me everything before he went into seclusion. Lu Ruyan snorted and showed the attitude of a little girl. I really didn't expect that the uncle who stuffed the sword magic into my room late at night and made me mistake him for a flower thief. Not only did he not retreat, but changed a new identity to hide in the Holy Land Department, and he is also dragging the Holy Land down and affecting the cultivation atmosphere of the Holy Land. This time, you are not allowed to change your identity again, you must really leave. Li Changsheng showed an embarrassed expression. Since he was in a bad mood, his only hobby was to wander around. If anyone in the Jinwu Holy Land had the strongest intelligence, it was undoubtedly him, Li Changsheng. Back then, he was impressed by Lu Ruyan's talent and gave him all his insights into swordsmanship. Facts have proved that Lu Ruyan did not live up to his expectations. She was successfully promoted to the Holy Maiden of the Jinwu Holy Emperor. After the Holy Lord retreated, she took full control of the affairs of the Holy Land. However, this woman's competitive spirit was too strong, and she was determined to blame Li Changsheng for the decline of the sect in recent years. Actually, it was true. Li Changsheng walked his dog, lay down, and gossiped in different places of the sect every day. With such a crooked and evil trend, how could the sect prosper? Then I will leave. Li Changsheng was cautious, fearing that he would anger the derelict woman in front of him and throw him down the mountain. After all, he was only at the 2nd level of fame and had low strength. If Lu Ruyan really drove him away violently, he would have no other choice. It is not impossible to stay in the Holy Land. Unless you restore the name of the Qingting sword immortal and return to the Qingting style to hide and not come out, then you don't have to go down the mountain. Lu Ruyan wrinkled her cute little nose. That won't work, it would be so boring. Li Changsheng is afraid of being bored, right? There is still this option. Lu Ruyan suddenly took out a golden book and said proudly, I will help you get the invitation letter of the disciples who originally left the Holy Land, and you can go to harm their Holy Land. Their Holy Land has been too strong in recent years. You help weaken the feelings, and I will weaken which Holy Land I go to. Li Changsheng couldn't complain. Although he had been playing badly in recent years, he was also a great master of Jinwu who trained the younger generation, who had not received the grace of his teachings. Can I not go? I have been in Jinwu Holy Land for 500 years. Even if I was playing badly, I was showing my feelings. Li Changsheng looked helpless. No, Jinwu must be reorganized, and you must go down the mountain. Lu Ruyan flicked her skirt and left Li Changsheng with her back. Jinwu Square is spacious and open. The magic circle guarding the Holy Land is open today. The colorful streamers in the sky kept flashing. The young disciples who came to take the test looked around excitedly. Wow, that's the black ice leopard. I don't know which big family's children actually use such a mount to travel. My God, it's a Xioma. I heard that one can be exchanged for a shopping weapon. This is too heroic. Damn, is it easy? That's a monster. It was tamed and made into a better one than the other. It's worthy of being the Jinwu Holy Land. In the past, other small sects didn't have such police officers. Look! I saw 5 golden dragons pulling a charioteer slowly landing on the Jinwu Square, and then a handsome and noble man walked down from the wheel. Damn, am I seeing right? Why did the 7th Prince David run away? The Jinwu Holy Land is here? This is over. The 7th Prince has entered the Refining Valley. With him, there is no competition for the first prize. That is 5 Yangyuan pills. With him, I can enter the Refining Valley at will. Everyone was upset and beat their chests and stamped their feet, as if they were really qualified to chase the top 100. On the other side, a holy girl in a goose yellow dress came on a white horse. His eyes were bright and clear, and the plum rain was clear and bright, revealing a graceful and beautiful aura that instantly attracted the attention of everyone in the audience. Huang Huang's beloved concubine, the seventh prince, stammered in a sword, and said that he had heard that the Jinwu Holy Land had many young beauties. Today's sword is really well deserved. This young man, please pay attention to your words and deeds. The voices of the goose yellow girls are as beautiful as the birdsong in the morning. The good seventh prince looks like a dog. The 4 commanders who were called back by Lu Ruyan just now are eating and drinking at a banquet. David, the seventh prince, actually came to our place. This batch of new disciples is stronger than ours. That's for sure. I am looking forward to who will win the first place in this assessment. Suddenly, a cup that was looking directly at the ground was smashed. You see, the man who was looking directly at the gate of Jinwu before was tall and strong. His eyes were bright and energetic, his lips were clearly defined, and his whole body exuded confidence and charm. It's just that the way this man came was a bit out of place. His compliments were actually riding a half-man-high white dog. The hungry young students on the field also discovered this alien. What do you think? Riding a dog to take the assessment is really punctual. The guarding formation of the Jinwu Holy Land will be closed later. Ha, it's so funny. Riding a dog for a practical assessment, I choose him and no one else wants him. I will grab it. The young disciples laughed so hard that they fell backwards, but there were also female monks who looked at the 4 deacons on the half of the cloud for the man. Why did they feel that he looked familiar? The one riding the big white dog was Li Changsheng, who had changed his appearance. He was wearing a white robe, like an immortal. In terms of appearance, the 7th Prince Li was even better. This time, he was not going to use the picture, but Li Changsheng's real name. Because his slacking system was awakened immediately. The 500-year period is the same, and I, Li Changsheng, no longer have to hide my head and tail. Congratulations to the host for completing the task, and the 500-year slacking system has officially started. It is sensed that the host's cultivation system is defective, and the cultivation path is being restarted for you. Congratulations to the host for successfully restarting and being promoted to the 5th level of spiritual energy. Note that the host's cultivation will enter a period of rapid growth next. Eating, drinking water, sleeping, and sleeping with a beauty will improve the realm. Please be prepared. Congratulations to the host for successfully slacking and rewarding the Wuji Yuan Taigong Xiantian Wuji Daodi Han Yuan. Enemy came suddenly. Li Changsheng almost fell off the dog's back, but his current strength has indeed increased greatly. He felt it slightly and felt that it was much stronger than the previous strength. If it continues like this, won't I be able to practice the divine power of clapping and painting in 2 days? Li Changsheng clenched his fists, full of surprise. Then he took out the Han Yuan flute and took a look. He didn't know what material it was made of. It was dull and covered with magic patterns. On the instrument, well, it looks very valuable. There are also immortal boat skills and immortal boats. At this moment, even if Li Changsheng has read the sage books for 500 years, there is only one sentence in his mind: wow, awesome. As for the mount, the 9-headed dog of hell, it is the white dog under his crotch, and the big yellow dog on the Qing screen. This is the novice reward given to me by the system awakening 500 years ago. I have never figured out where he came from. I only know that he is very powerful, but he doesn't listen to orders. Now the system awakening has let Li Changsheng know his reputation. The sea boat is cool, the hell dog has 9 heads, but where are the other 8 heads? Li Changsheng, the dog knight over there, please hurry up. A call pulled Li Changsheng out of his contemplation. Come, Li Changsheng walked away happily. The Jinwu Holy Land was completely closed. A silver stream of light flew in the sky and turned into a sword cultivator with immortal style in an instant. The momentum was overwhelming. The eyes of the audience were invisible. The old man glanced at Yi from the corner of his eye. That was to find that there was another man riding a big dog at the edge of the square. The old man almost fell from the sky in the broken house. Before the Saint girl did Ding Ningguan, she told him not to give Uncle Li a shortcut and must drive him out of the Holy Land. But Uncle Li was his sword enlightenment. He was able to enter the supernatural realm thanks to Uncle Li's sword. What should he do? What happened to the law enforcement elder? Is that Jinwu's Luling sword? How come there is suddenly a bright wall in the air? The inner demon invades. Shut up and don't talk about the realm of supernatural powers. I think the law enforcement elder is just Yongqing. Maybe it's love.